What's going on, people? Laszlo Bliss here. This is my YouTube channel, Bliss Thoughts. Today I'm going to be discussing the Kardashev Scale. If you're wondering what that is, don't worry, I'm going to go through all that. Before I do, just want to say that if this is your first time visiting my channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the little notification bell so you get that little ding. When you do subscribe, you will learn more about technology and the potential and the impact of this, so the good and the bad. Now that is over with, what is the Kardashev Scale? The Kardashev Scale is a theoretical model created by Nikolai Kardashev in 1964. There's actually like 12 or 13 levels I think I saw online, but for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be discussing level 1, 2 and 3. The Kardashev Scale measures our ability to harness energy. This is what has taken us from the Earth to the stars and from horseback to planes, so you can see the effect it has on our world. So starting from the ground up, a type 0 civilization, they have access to natural resources such as fossil fuels and heat energy, wind, etc. Does this sound familiar? It should do, because it's where we reside. We're bottom of the world right now, so we're very early on this technology journey. And if we look at our technologies, it makes complete sense, whether it's planes, rockets or cars. These all require huge manpower and primitive techniques such as chemical reactions. I mean, think about it, when a rocket goes up in the sky, how much effort is going through that, from the actual rocket being built to the fuel being used, for little result really. Are we actually getting the maximum output for that? But this completely changes if we was to evolve into a type 1 civilization. I've described before that our energy exploits, we don't actually get full potential when we retrieve this. This changes in a type 1 civilization world. Here we're able to use all of Earth's sources 100%, giving us a new realm of energy to farm and propel society, and of course improve our technologies. And this next bit is pretty crazy. There might be no more bills. Shit!
Lord, thank you for this day.
Yeah, you heard me right. 0 bills. Think about it. Modern society is heavily reliant on these fossil fuels and the resources we use through Earth's climate, such as heat and hydro. The reason there's a price to it is not just because it's valuable, but also there's a process to getting it, from the mining to the farming to the distribution. So it has value. Like, I don't know if you've been university, toilet paper. That stuff was gold dust. That is always going missing, or milk. But in a type 1 civilization world, this dependency is lowered. Why? Because we can have access to our own ways of retrieving energy. Energy will be distributed and generated 100% of the time. This lowers all the big organizations and petrol stations raising their prices. We don't need you guys anymore. Saying that out loud, they'll tax us one way or another, right? One can have hope, but that's what it could look like anyway. And we're seeing efforts like this become a reality right now. The way I would describe it is, this is like the creatives having access to the internet and tools and home studios. Like right now, I'm using my phone. I don't need a professional photographer or a video editor to do this. I've got this, an iMovie, and some random clips of pixels or whatever to kind of build my own content. So I've lowered the dependency from these large organizations, which were very core before. Why am I going to pay all these guys all this money for my internet and electricity when I can have a wind turbine in my garden or solar roof panels on top of my roof, which are generating energy consistently? I don't want to pay you guys. No, save my money. I already get taxed like a bitch. This is how the future can look like within a type 1 civilization. And this next bit's a bit crazy as well. We can have access to technologies which could transform natural disasters, so convert tsunamis for energy and earthquakes to terraform. So a bit like X-Men, right? We're just able to navigate things around and do what we want. Naturally, this plays into the issues going on with global warming right now. If we're able to manipulate the weather around us and the conditions, we can lower the Earth's temperature. We can literally, in certain places where there's a drought and lack of rain, we can make it rain literally on places that need extra water to improve crops growing and just general quality of life.
I don't know what your idea of a good time is, but this ain't it.
You can just call up a weather architect. If there's such a thing as an emoji specialist, then this definitely can be a realistic job title. Anyway, you call up the weather architect. Hey man, I'm getting married today. I want to make it sunny. Cool, done, no problem. Or how about you're just rich and bored and you just want to play football on a sunny day with no mud? I mean, I don't know why you'd want to do that. I play football and I love tackling in the mud and sliding on it. Irons. This may sound like it's far, far off in the future, but according to physicist Michio Kaku, who talks quite heavily about the Kardashev scale, according to him, if we don't destroy the world, of course, before then, but we can reach this level within 100 to 200 years. That is just round the corner. Anyway, that's boring, really, if we're looking in comparison to what is possible in a Type 2 civilization. Any sci-fi fans out there? Star Trek, or a recent favourite of mine, The Expanse. If you guys haven't seen that, watch it. It's lit. It's really, really good. But yeah, these all depict a civilization, an advanced future of an intergalactic society where we are utilising the full capabilities of our solar system, which is quite significant because as the sun's energy and heat and rays reach Earth, a lot of it is spread out through the surface and also on its journey here. So we're actually only getting a fraction of the energy that is possible from the sun. When I first looked into this, I didn't actually realise how important this is. Let me give you some context to that. So bearing in mind the use of the sun's energy right now, what we can do with it, and also including the information before about a Type 1 civilization and what would be possible, where we can, adjust the climate conditions of the planet, etc. Right now, we are using 10,000th of the power available from the sun. I mean, what the I'm done.
I don't know about y'all, but I'm out.
Alright guys, I'm back. But look, safe to say, right, there's a lot of potential. And if we open this box, we can do so much with this energy available. For example, we can transform the conditions on Mars from a barren, lifeless into a habitable planet. As the sun's energy is so powerful, we're traveling through the galaxy and we've got constant access to this. With our ability to generate energy at such an efficient way and with the technology means to travel large distances, we can take this throughout the whole solar system. There are hypothetical technologies which show how this could operate. For example, it could be funnel light technology, a central unit on Earth where all the sun's energy is not distributed globally around the planet where it loses all its output, but it just channeled into one part and then it could be effectively harnessed and pushed out to the right places. But a really popular area is called the Dyson Sphere. These are panels around Earth, soak up all the Earth's energy. And it just means that we're able to get full maximum out from this because, as I said, we're only using a fraction of what is available. All this is going to be a major stimulus in our advancement within civilization. We're going to be more intelligent as a species. And I don't mean this from 100 years ago, we are much more intelligent now than we were then, because learning is relative to the tools and our ability to measure during those times. So what Einstein, all the kind of key scientists and physicists, etc. back then were going through and discovering, that's relative to them. And they were using their technologies and their ways of figuring out the Earth and what is going on. So we can't really comment on that. But when I'm talking about Type 2, I mean straight up intelligence, straight up improvement to intelligence. And this could be done probably via software download. So beep, I know everything.
You smart.
In Type 2 civilization, we would have likely merged with machine one way or another. Seeing efforts through companies like Neuralink right now and Elon Musk and BitBrain who are kind of beginning this process. But at this level, combined with our improved way of retrieving energy and distributing it effectively, we're going to be a very powerful species. I described before us traveling the solar system, recreating conditions on planets, and all these incredible things. We're still human beings, so we can't travel long distances. However, if we do merge with machine and we do utilize our energy processes, which would have been improved through our technologies, then we could do things like just being powered down. You just sit there, just take a nap. It's like someone pressing start and then you just wake up somewhere. You're like, where am I? So it would be like if we was computer-based technology. And once more, this is as we unlock energy retrieval methods. And this is what the Kardashev Scale promotes in that way. It's what is possible for us if we continue our exploits and involving the way we retrieve energy. Physicist Michio Kaku said we've got to wait a bit longer for this, aka around 1,000 years. Anyway, the final level, Type 3 civilization. When I looked at this way it just gets a bit surreal. But anyway, hear me out. I'm going to go through some of the things that could be possible and what life could look like if we do somehow reach this level. Type 3 civilization. It tells Type 0, Type 2 to just get out of here. Shut up. What do you guys know? I'm a god. I can apply all the energy from all solar systems. So, you know, that's a wealthy pool of about 100 billion stars.
What?
If we did reach this level, then we would likely have faster than light travel as well. Hey, honey, I like that planet. Let's take it over. That's our new home. We just go there, recreate the conditions, plan chemical reactions for our desired results, planets and stars. In a crazy dystopian future, imagine we just completely destroyed all bananas. We couldn't produce them no more.
Goodbye, my friend.
That's fine. We can just create a planet and it can just make bananas all day. Have banana trees, grow up all day. We just got a planet full of it. We go there, we pick when ripe. Or if you like an unripe, don't know why you would. But we have that option. We can do that. You can see we can really let our imagination run wild here. Michio Kaku thinks that even if we improve our energy consumption by 3% each year, we've got between 100,000 to 1,000,000 years before we can reach this level.
Bruh.
It's far off in the future and it's speculation, but it's just to give you some context of what is possible. It's kind of eye-opening. It shows us something we don't even probably appreciate because it's so natural to us, and what a big impact it has and what a big impact it can have in the future as well. We have to be careful and cautious in relation to the technologies around us and what is possible through it. It may appear too science fiction-y for you, or, oh my God, that's not possible. Well, it is possible. And if we look at our past and what we've done so far, that should be enough evidence for you. But to give you a quote from one of my favourite guys, Isaac Asimov, today's science fiction is tomorrow's science fact. And that is truth right there. So that's the Kardashev Scale, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully you got some awareness, some insight, some information, some knowledge in regards to what is possible if we fully utilise our use of energy retrieval methods. And it's pretty exciting with it. There's always going to be dangers as we evolve and grow. That's what survival has taught us, right? So we just have to kind of take each bridge as it comes. So the next one is a Type 1. So let's go. Let's do this, guys. Come on. Thanks for watching. You know what to do, right? Subscribe, the little notification thing. Leave your comments below as well. Let me know what you think about the video. And if there's anything else you want me to discuss, future content, pop it below. Look forward to delivering more content for you guys. Thanks once again for listening. Take care, be good, stay safe, all that jazz.